Hello, welcome back to another episode of Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classics, non-classics. And I can confirm that the last episode was episode 21, so this episode is episode 22 of the series. And like I showed a teaser in the last episode, we're doing Robin Violent Tendencies. Please excuse this little thing on here. I borrowed this from the library. I can give you a quick look at what the cover actually looks like. That's the cover. Interesting looking cover. The cover itself is actually the cover they use for one of the issues in here. Now it's written by Chuck Dixon. This is actually his brief return to the series for the second to last book published. I also forgot to mention, this book was the last trade paperback released for Nightwing up until year 1 was released. And it was the last regular Chuck Dixon book release. His final, some of the issues beyond issue 60 have been collected as part of the Bruce Wayne Murderer and Bruce Wayne Fugitive series. But issues 61 to 64, 67 to 70 have never been collected. Those are final issues of this run that have never been collected. Issue 40 has never been collected. As a matter of fact, issues 71 through 95 have never been collected, and also 99 to 100 never been collected either. This book series, a whole bunch of issues have not been collected, but we're not going to talk about it right now. This book, once of course written by Chuck Dixon, the book has issues 1 Robin, Volume 4, I say Volume 4 because it's the 4th Robin series, issues 170 to 174, and the Robin Spoiler Special. As you can look on the cover, like in this picture here, you can tell Tim Drake has actually grown since his debut back in the 80s. I think around this time he's actually around the age of 16, maybe 17 years old. Yes, because at the time he started, he was actually 10 when he started, and he volunteered to be Robin. Originally, this is actually his year. This is one of their costumes, which he wore up until he had to give up the role of being Robin. Now, in this book, like I showed on the cover, spoiler does come back. Stephanie Brown is alive. And Batman himself does show up in this book, but he's not the main focus of the book because it's not his book. This is a Robin book, like anybody should think it is. Pretty much, this book is a really, really good book. It's not like Robin Wanted, where it was full of controversy. This book has no controversy. This is a really, really good book. Now, before I read this, I had found out I actually read a couple of the issues before this book came out. Please excuse that. I was putting a video on pause. Anyways, pretty much this book, it just basically, now, Tim does not know that Stephanie Brown is back yet. Not until after he noted there's this character called known as Violet. Let's see if I can find a picture of her. The artwork in here is done by Chris Batista. No relation to Dave Batista. Let's see. Here's what she looks like. This is the character Violet. Because of her colors, Tim Drake is reminiscing about the character Spoiler. And if you look at this picture, Tim Drake looks almost the same exact height as Bruce Wayne. Almost, but not exactly the same. Now, as for Stephanie, she doesn't show up for a good portion of the book. Yeah, they fight Violet. Yeah, it's not until... That's the second story. Here's the third. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to count exactly to see how many stories this thing... Oh. Here's something I really wanted to show. This is Redbird. This car is Robin's car. Yes. He actually first got this just before Nightfall. Nice looking car. As a matter of fact, Tim Drake first showed this car before he got his driver's license. So basically, everybody who is a Batman character has their own car or a vehicle. Now, I thought Robin drives a motorcycle. He drives a car. Yes. Sleeps on a roller coaster. Let's see. It's the fourth story. Let's see. This is like 117 in the club. Let's see. It's not until 4 stories in you finally get a chance to see Stephanie Brown once again as spoiler. And I heard she is coming back. That's really the whole point of this. Just her being back. And she... At first, Tim does not know this is Stephanie. Until after he reads a fight with her. He doesn't exactly, sort of, in a way... Well, actually, this was... Right here, now I'm in the second last issue. Yeah. Pretty much, this book... He takes vow with her, but she like disappears. Yeah. She's never seen the book. And watch this. She takes off her thing. The first time I get to see her take off her outfit. And then she just, bam, it's Stephanie. And then they make out. Yeah. First time I actually see them actually making out in a book. Usually I see on the cover, one cover, that they actually did that. And she's drawn beautifully in this book. And then she meets up with her mother again. She's actually shocked to see her alive. And this is Crystal Brown, Stephanie Brown's mother, who actually becomes a supporting character in her Batgirl title. When she gets her own title as Batgirl, first ever time she gets an ongoing series of her own, and Crystal Brown is a supporting character in the title. My opinion of that was a super idea. Now, here comes the super special I wanted to read so badly. Now there's 2 stories in this book. The first in this special. The first story is a team-up between Spoiler and Robin. And this lasts throughout most of the book. The artwork does change this book. It's okay. Though Tim's drawn a little weird, but I'm okay with it. It's not really that bad of an artwork. No, this lasts for a good period of time. And the first story ends on a happy note. Let's see what kind of pages this is. Sorry, but that's what I usually do. Let's see. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 22 pages the first story is. The second story is simply what Stephanie Brown was doing since War Games. Is that she was in Africa with Leslie Tompkins. This story is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The second story is 14 pages. Shorter, a bit shorter than the first story. Now, in my opinion, Violent Tendencies at the time was probably the big boost that the Robin series probably needed for some time, because it probably been going slightly downhill since the Robin Wanted story arc. Slightly, but not exactly. But overall, another 5 out of 5 for this book. Great book. Pick it up on Amazon. I don't know how much it costs, but it's a good book to read. Now, the next book I'm going to read. Stay tuned for the next one. Wait, hold on. Before I go, I make a quick note. This book was the second to last Robin trait behavior release before Batman Reborn. Because after this one, they did one more, and that was it. Alright, I want to make a quick side note about that. And as you saw before, I'm going to end this. This is a review of the next episode, episode 23. See you all next time. Bye.